The government-owned NBCC, which is the National Buildings Construction Corporation, has now agreed to take over all of Amrapali's unfinished projects. But in doing so, it has also informed the Supreme Court that it would not put any of its own money to complete these projects. The NBCC estimates that the total cost of completing this project is going to be around 8,500 crore rupees. Amrapali has pegged the cost at 5,500 crore rupees instead. And the Supreme Court, in the next step, will now have to ascertain the exact cost of completing this project and how more money, if required, is to be raised. We have with us our Deputy News Editor Meenakshi Banja with these inputs here. Meenakshi, this of course had come in as a suggestion by the Supreme Court to have the NBCC take over in completing these projects. But where's the money coming from then?
Well, indeed, Seher, that's an interesting question, and that is something which we will see further discourse and arguments on in the Supreme Court. But yes, the big news point today for our viewers is the fact that while in the past the Supreme Court had ordered for NBCC to take charge of these outstanding pending projects, today the NBCC has shown inclination to take charge of completion of these projects, but it has a rider. It is exceedingly reluctant, like you rightly referred to put its own money in the completion of the said project. So we have two things here. NBCC has a disparate cumulative cost estimate, which is 8,000 crores approximately, 8,500 crores approximately for the for needing to complete these pending projects. On the other hand, Amrapali has given an estimate of 5,500 crores. So it will be now up to the Supreme Court to arrive at a finding about the actual cumulative costs that are going to be incurred for the completion of these outstanding projects. On the other hand, while its previous orders, we will recall the Supreme Court has ordered for the attaching of properties and bank accounts of Amrapali directors. So that way will also be argued and thought about, whether or not auction should be carried out of those movable properties of Amrapali directors to raise the said amount. And subsequent to that, the court will also examine the hesitation or the reluctance of NBCC to shell out this money out of its own kitty. So we will have interesting days ahead, but very quickly for our viewers, the agenda of the Supreme Court is very clear that the home buyers should not be let down. Methodology has to be devised and found so that they get their homes back.
Right. Absolutely. Home buyers cannot be sitting and waiting on when these projects can be realized, projects that they've already paid for, in fact. Meenakshi, thank you for getting us those inputs.